Churches are being infiltrated by deceptive cults. Mainstream churches are being infiltrated by deceptive cults. And they're admitting it.
Recently, spiritual warfare has escalated in the worldscape, and those awakened people that are connected to the planetary consciousness body are able to feel the intense pressure we are enduring as this battle rages on in the interdimensional planes. We are in a war over consciousness that requires we master the psycho-spiritual warfare being directed toward humanity.
Peace on earth and mercy mine.
Armed with Bibles and even holy water.
It's unacceptable.
Protesters' emotions ran high today in Boca Raton.
We say no to the forces of darkness.
The people are very unhappy about this.
At the center of the uproar, a pentagram set up at Sanborn Square in downtown.
This says to all of America and the world for that matter, Boca Raton subscribes and even supports the exercise of satanic rituals.
Concern. It makes me very concerned. CERN. The Hadron, I think it's pronounced, Hadron Collider. Okay? It's turned on 2 days from today, so when you watch the show, it's already on. Unless they have a breakdown. Do you want to tell the people what it is? I have pictures. There's one. There it is on the screen.
Yeah.
This is the biggest machine in the world. How many until today did not know about this? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Come on. That's almost 100%. 99% of this audience never heard of this. This is the biggest machine ever made in the world in history.
However, they also believe that there are parallel realities around us, other dimensions, and there could be other intelligence there. Another thing we Christians already know, right? Why not just come and ask us? You don't need to build a collider. However, there's a reason God put them on the other side of that veil, and you might not want to open the door.
No.
And here's the thing. Their own director of CERN has gave interviews to the British press in which he admits that's what they're trying to do. They want to open a door to another dimension. And he said, when we open this door, he said, something might come through it into our reality, or he said, we might send something through it into their reality. You can look that up. It's in the British press. Where the CERN was built, this is St. Genus Powili. That's the name of the township. But in ancient days, guess what it was called? It was called Apolliacum. It was literally a temple to the god Apollo because they believed that's the gateway to the underworld.
In 2009, there were 14 calls made to Poison Control about this drug called K2. But just last year, that number skyrocketed to nearly 8,000. So what is K2 and just how dangerous is it? Here with some answers, Fox News Medical 18's Dr. Mark Siegel. Thank you, Dr. Siegel, for being here. So what exactly is K2?
First of all, it is not marijuana. So the biggest problem here is when we call it synthetic marijuana, we're already sending the wrong information. You know what? It mimics the same receptors in the brain as marijuana, but guess what? It's usually up to 100 times more powerful. Wow. 100 times. So this is not the same drug at all. And it's also made in a chemist's lab, which means they can change the formula a little bit and a state can't ban it. So versions of this are legal in every state in the union, and laws are not keeping up with this. So listen to some of these symptoms here, Ainsley. High blood pressure, high heart rate, kidney failure, psychosis, seizures, no sense of pain sensation. You can bang into things you don't even know. You're like a zombie on the street, vomiting, paralysis, cramps, kidney failure, stroke, heart attack, and death. People have died from this. This is extremely dangerous.
I just wanted to give a warning, and that's about spiritual warfare. Okay, an event doesn't have to go on. Nobody here's trying to be a prophet. I'm not. Other channels aren't. We're trying to warn people by looking at the signs, seeing how they operate, putting things together, piecing them together, just to warn people so they can see what's going on, what the elitists are up to, what their agenda is.
This former UC San Diego student murdered his own father, accused of killing him because he was gay. 10 News just confirmed the local ties to this national case.
This is, in fact, 38-year-old Amir Isa. He was found killed at his North Hills home that's in Los Angeles. Mom also dead inside the home. Father arrested for his murder.
Satan worship is on the rise in America. Yes, according to RT, they're reporting that Satanists are not merely mystical eccentrics wearing black Gothic garb, sacrificing animals, and operating in shady and secret societies. They're now ordinary people who call themselves secular and praise reason and the individual freedom of thought. Yes, they state here that in the U.S., explicitly satanic groups have begun drawing attention to themselves in the context of public governmental ceremonies. Yes, just this month, a member of the so-called Satanic Temple was allowed to make an opening prayer to Lucifer at a local council meeting in Alaska. Assembly members stood around in a circle while the Satanists asked them to embrace the Luciferian impulse to eat of the tree of knowledge. She then ended the surreal prayer with the words, "Hail Satan,"